Well, good afternoon, everybody. We just got back from shopping in Taliban, so I'm going to do something a little different this afternoon and go through a few of the items that we picked up shopping. We generally do our major shopping one day at the beginning of the month, and then from there on in, we kind of pick up odds and ends as we need them, especially stuff like bread, which we go through and of course spoils quite quickly. So we're constantly buying a few items. Like some of our vegetables, our fresh vegetables and that. But the big thing is especially bread and that, because we go through a lot of bread here. So I'm going to kind of start out with some of the meat. We picked up 3 kilos of ground pork. Okay, it came to 643 pesos. A kilo is 2.2 pounds for the U.S. people listening. So that'll give you an idea. And the exchange rate right now, just go on 50 pesos per dollar for the U.S. If you're in Australia, I think it's 36 or so pesos per Australian dollar. But you can kind of get an idea here, and I'll go through it with the ground pork. 643 pesos for 3 kilos. So let's just say roughly that's 6 pounds of pork for approximately, let's see, 50 pesos to the dollar, 650. About 11 to 12 US dollars and that. So you're talking $2 to $2.20 a pound. So that'll kind of give you an idea here of what we pay for food. Also picked up some American bacon, what they call American bacon here, that you can see. The price on that, we picked up 2 packages, and that's 170 pesos. Again, use the exchange of about 50 pesos to the dollar. Our big item that we pick a lot up from the frozen section is sliced ham that comes in these big packages here. I think I counted them one time, and there's 34 slices to the package. Like I said, we eat a lot of bread and eat a lot of sandwiches. Those are 170 pesos a piece. Okay. And we found out that this is a very economical item, so we eat a lot of it here because it's so cheap and it goes a long way. And let's see, I will start over here with some of the canned goods. This is a pasta sauce, a garlic and herb pasta sauce, about 107 pesos. So you're figuring about $2 for a can this size. That'll give you some idea. Next down the line is sardines. We eat a lot of sardines, and we feed our cat and supplement our dog food with the sardines here. And that runs, let's see, 38 pesos a can. Okay, so a little bit under $1 a can. Hunt's pork and beans. Well, we go through a lot of this too. When you have sandwiches, nothing like pork and beans. Let's see, let me look down on my list. 48 pesos for that. So pretty close to about $1 for that can. The next down the line is I like using a good oil, and we pick up generally 2 different types of oil. We eat a lot of salad. As you've seen, Beth grows some really good lettuce in the garden. So the olive oil is absolutely excellent for that. This is, rather expensive, 260 pesos. So you're figuring for a bottle this size, which is 500 milliliters, is about $5. Okay. Next we're going to go to some mushrooms. Okay. See if I can kind of get down on my list here. Oh gosh, 56 pesos a piece for a small can of mushrooms, and of course we add that to all of our hot dishes, and we make a lot of hot dishes, which is basically noodles and pork and pasta sauce, spaghetti and that sort of thing. It's always a cheap meal. The other thing we pick up a lot is Italian style, and this is a spaghetti sauce here. They have a particular Filipino spaghetti sauce, too sweet. they like sweet bread here and sweet things here. Oh, let's see if I can find it on my list here. I believe this runs 86 pesos, about $1.50. Not bad. Like I said, that along with noodles, some ground pork, some onions thrown in, and making a casserole or a hot dish is a very expensive meal here. And of course, we're on a tight budget. The other type of oil we kind of pick up, and this is in a 3.5 liter, which is probably about a gallon container. And this runs 526 pesos. So you're talking about $11, between $10 and $11 for cooking oil. And this is premium coconut oil. Another thing we go through a lot of is ramen noodles. I like the spicy beef. Here's the spicy chicken. We go through a ton of this really easy to make soup, and it's a good filler in that. And oh gosh, they run what, about 15 pesos, 14 pesos a piece. So really inexpensive, and we do pick up a lot of those. Oh, vinegar. We picked up some vinegar again because we eat the salads in that. This is good for the salads with the tomatoes and the lettuce and the onions and everything that Beth mixes in. That's about 46 pesos, so a little under $1. And I'm assuming that's 490 milliliters by volume. And that's like I said, kind of going from metric to U.S., back and forth from metric to U.S. Coffee. I pick up the sticks of coffee, the little sticks, okay, of instant coffee here. I used to pick them up in the big 48 pack. That no longer exists. So now they got the 24 pack. And of course, you know why they do that. Because they can charge more for this and making more money selling smaller quantities, okay? But the Nescafe, and I'm not sure I can find it on my list here. I'll have to kind of look through here. Oh, golly. Yeah, I can't locate it right now of what it was. I thought I had the pieces here. 56 pesos, okay, 56. So about $1 for 24 sticks of coffee. I go through a ton of coffee, so this 24 sticks lasts me maybe not even a week, probably closer to about 3 to 4 days. Bread. Oh gosh, we're picking up loaves of bread every 2 to 3 days, and that we eat a lot of bread, eat a lot of toast. And when I showed you the ham slices here, there we go. That's what this is all about. The ham slices. Make some toast, butter the toast, throw in a ham slice, makes a nice sandwich and that, and we eat a lot of that. So that kind of gives you a little bit of an idea of the things that are on our shopping list. Nothing fancy. We don't eat really fancy here at all. We eat a lot of, I wish there was more hamburger here. The hamburger quality here is absolutely 1 degree above pathetic. They've got 2 prices of hamburgers, 235 pesos a kilo and 350 pesos a kilo, and that which basically runs out to $5 to $7 for 2.2 pounds, and that. So divide that in half, and you kind of get an idea of what the price is here. But the quality of hamburger, I refuse to buy it. It's so poor, you couldn't give it away. As a matter of fact, it'd probably be banned in the U.S. And so we buy a lot of pork because that's the main Pork is the main meat staple here outside of your fish and that. So that'll give you a little bit of an idea in that. Oh, anything else here that I was going to bring up? But that, like I said, it kind of gives you an idea. We don't eat fancy. We eat a lot of sandwiches, a lot of soups. We have had a lot of Campbell soup products, Progresso soup products sent to us from viewers in the States. Boy, we appreciate that so much, so much, so much, so much, because there is no really such thing as canned soup here. There's no such thing as a delicatessen here. So they don't know sandwiches. They don't know the different types of sandwich meats that I'm particularly used to, and also the different types of potatoes and treats and salads and everything else you get in a delicatessen. Just go to Walmart in the U.S. and it's absolutely amazing the different types of cheeses. It does not exist here, period. There's only one type of cheese we can buy, and they've been out of it in the store for months. So our trip to Tagbilaran, we were able to pick up some, which was fortunate. That's already gone. It don't last long. But that gives you some of an idea. Like I said, we don't eat fancy. There's no such thing here as steaks of any kind, beef, what you'd call beef steaks. Yes, they do occasionally have pork ribs, which we barbecued in that because people have sent us some barbecue sauce from the States, and we appreciate that. The big thing that both of us always miss is a lot of of course, the candy. Oh boy, like I said, the candy here just does not match up to any of the chocolates that come from the States. The other thing is potato chips and pretzels. We do get Lay's potato chips here occasionally. By the time they get here, that bag that used to be full of nice whole potato chips is about half full of potato chip particles. They get pretty well squashed in the process. Every once in a while you run into a batch that's really good. Pretzels here, I love them. I love the stick pretzels, the heart-shaped, the figure-type pretzels. They don't exist here at all, especially here. Now, I know when we were living in Mactan and Cebu, they are available in the big malls there and in the import-export stores there. As far as Bohol, I have not found, even going to Tagbilaran, they're not available whatsoever. So that'll kind of give you an idea of what we stock up on and eat during the course of the month. Like I said, nothing fancy, a lot of casseroles. During the month, Beth likes to pick up fresh fish, and we do that quite often, and have fish. Like I said, our big staples again are rice. We do pick up potatoes and that sort from the market, and some other fresh vegetables if we're unable to grow them or have them on hand here. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe. I hope it gives you somewhat of an idea of what the cost of some of the stuff is here in the Philippines, and kind of what our diet looks like compared to when I lived in the States. Really, so much of a different diet. We have a breakfast menu in the States. You grow up with a breakfast, lunch, and dinner type foods. There is no such thing here. They eat rice, fish, and pork for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. I mean, there is no separation in the course of the day of certain foods for certain times. That does not exist. I'll be back with some more the next time. I really enjoyed doing this, so the next time we go shopping, I'll try to give you a bunch of products and ideas on what they cost us here, and kind of the type of food that we eat on a daily basis. So, until then, I'm going to say goodbye, and may God bless every single one of you.